Okay, y'all, what's up? What's up? This be your boy Scotty, and this is like a response video to Justin J's video about why black gay men hate barbershops. Before I even saw this video, I've had times where I wanted to speak about this on camera or whatever, but as we all know, Justin J always touch on topics that some of us may be a little bit too afraid to speak on or maybe too reserved to speak on. And I'm not really scared to speak on shit and I'm not really reserved to speak on shit, but it's just some shit that I don't talk about on my channel only because it's touchy and I know how people operate. But when he posted it, I thought that it would be a great idea for all LGBT community vloggers to all sound off and make it a conversation. Like, I should speak on it. Adrian could speak on it. Jamar could speak on it. Who else? Say Sean Bradley could speak on it. All sorts of people. James Caldwell. Everybody could speak on their experiences as a gay man in a barbershop. And I'm just going to tell you this. And the reason why I really wanted to speak on it a while back is because of a situation that I had at the barbershop one Friday morning when I was getting my hair cut. So, I was in the barbershop and, when you go to the barbershop, you clearly see that men gossip just as much as bitches do. Niggas gossip just as much as bitches do. So, you see that a lot in the barbershop. Okay. I'm in a barbershop. For years, I go to the barbershop. I went to the barbershops or whatever. Never really liked to go. My stepdad used to take me to the barbershop when I was young, and I used to never like to go. It's like I was so... There was no type of connect there for me. It was like I was so cut off with this whole barbershop thing, and I never really liked to go. And it was just weird to me. So I just never liked to go. And I know that, like most people say, you go to the barbershop with a lot of men, you learn a lot of things about men and everything like that. And you do learn a lot about men, because you do learn that niggas gossip just like bitches do. And they talk about females like a dog. They go in on people like a dog. And the thing is, sometimes they have very ignorant conversations about politics and all sorts of shit. Shit that I don't engage in with people that don't have the same mindset as me. And people look at me because I'm a little bit brash and I'm a little bit ratchet. They think I ain't got no damn sense. But I got a lot of sense. I'm very intelligent. I don't show it on these videos because half the time y'all don't want to watch this shit. So it is what it is. So of course you're going to get one side. But it was one thing that happened to me at the barbershop. Didn't really happen to me directly, but I felt it because I was the only gay man in that motherfucking shop. And I had recently went back to this barbershop because I used to go to this barbershop from the age of about, I want to say 11 years old till I turned 18. So that's practically most of my life. I went to that barbershop for maybe 7 or 8 years. From 6th grade to 12th grade. To my last prom, I went to that barbershop. And then after that, I went to my stepdad's cousin's barbershop. Then my cousin moved back from Chicago, and then I started getting my hair cut there. And then, I went back to this barbershop that I left when I was 18, when my cousin went back to Chicago. Of course, he came back, but whatever. So I was there at the barbershop, and it's a lot of older men there. Times have changed since the last time I've been to this particular barbershop. They don't get the same business as they once did when I was going there as a young boy or whatever. But I went there because I was more familiar with them. They know my dad and all types of shit. So I went there, get my hair cut every week. And that stopped once I was there one morning, and they were talking about Obama and Republicans and Democrats, and they were all getting into heated debates about that shit. So they started talking about the gay marriage thing, and I think the barbers in there know that I'm gay, So it's like when the dude first brought up the whole thing about gay marriage being an abomination and things like that, he swiftly and professionally, as Justin J would say, moved on to the next conversation. But then the guy brought it back up again. And now the rest of the barbershop hears what he's saying. He was like, we didn't want the gay marriage. We didn't vote for gay marriage, you know what I'm saying? But it's out here. We didn't want that shit. Yada, yada, yada. And then this older guy was like, gay marriage is such an abomination. Like, who are you to change what God has said? Marriage is supposed to be for men and women and yada, yada, yada. I was sitting there in the chair getting my hair cut, fucking heated. I was fucking heated. I was sitting there. You can feel the fumes coming out of me. You can see the smoke coming up out of me. I was motherfucking fuming, sitting in that chair, and I had to listen to these motherfuckers sit there and talk about gay marriage like it's the worst thing that's going on in the world. Like it's worse than people getting raped, murdered, attacked, and all sorts of shit. And that shit bothered the fuck out of me. And I was ready to go. And I knew that my barber who was cutting my hair knew that I was getting pissed. And I sat there. And I didn't say shit. And the reason why I didn't say anything, because I'm very, very smart and calculating. I know when to open my mouth and I know when not to open my mouth. First of all, I'm the only one sitting there, and I just did not have the fucking energy to be going back and forth with about 6 or 7 other niggas, because I was going to get pissed. I was going to get heated to the point where I was going to be ready to fight. I don't need it. I didn't say shit. Luckily, that was like the end of my haircut anyway. I gave that man $15 and I walked the fuck out the door and never looked back. And I had said to myself, I said, you know what? I hate barbershops. I hate going. So once my cousin came back home from Chicago into state for good, I just said, fuck you. I just go to my cousin's house, get my hair cut there, throw him about $10 just for doing it, and keep it moving. Go there every week, get a line up in between, and just go to my cousin's house, get my hair cut. I mean, he knows how to cut hair. He can do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm fine with it. At least that's somebody who won't fucking judge me and won't allow other people to judge me as well. And this is the thing. See, I know that everyone is entitled to their motherfucking opinion. Everybody is. But sometimes we be so stuck into our own motherfucking opinions that we don't get how it affects and offends other people. And just sit there at barbershops and listen to motherfuckers talk about gay men like they ain't shit or all that. And they use the term punks for us. We all punks. We faggots and all sorts of shit. And I hate that term punk. Because when I say, when people say that's a punk, ain't it? He a punk, ain't it? Nah, bitch. I ain't no motherfucking punk. Like, don't call me that shit. Like, I'm not no punk. What the fuck make you think that? You know what I mean? What the fuck make you think I'm a fucking punk? You know what I mean? Like, don't call me that. You don't even have the right, the fucking freedom to call me no fucking punk. Really. I hate this shit. It fires me up for us to all be generalized. And a lot of these damn niggas call people punks based off what they see on TV. See, they think that all gay men are niggas that, dress up like females and wear makeup and carry purses and, act overly feminine. That's not how all of us operate. You know what I'm saying? And I sit up on this camera every motherfucking day and everybody know that I'm gay. Before I even say that I am, everybody should know that. I'm not overly masculine. I'm not overly feminine. But I also don't queen the fuck out. You know what I mean? But I don't look down on other people for doing it. Although sometimes when people queen the fuck out, it becomes extremely uncomfortable because I'm not used to that. And they bring a lot of attention on themselves that I don't like to be brought on me. And I don't even like a lot of attention. You know what I'm saying? I barely know how to react when people notice me on the street from doing YouTube videos. So I don't really like a lot of attention on me. But that's them. And I actually have a cousin that dresses up like a girl. He wears makeup. He wears extensions sometimes. He wears like heels and shit. He does all of that. And I'm seen in public with him. Now the challenge is the fact that I'm seen in public with him, I get nervous every time I'm around him. Not because of the way he carries himself, but because I know that a motherfucker gonna try it with him. And I know I'm gonna have to bust their ass if they try it with him. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to be afraid to be with my flesh and blood, all because I'm afraid of what someone is gonna say or try to do to him. And it always happens when he walks around with me, people always talk about him. And I hear them talk about him and I get fucking heated. He don't want me to fight them. He don't even want me to say nothing to them. And I respect him. And so I don't say nothing. And I don't do nothing because he don't want me to. He don't want nobody to be fighting about him. I get that. But I hate it when people judge him like that. Just based off how he carries himself. It's not cool. It's not right. And it's fucked up that niggas like my cousin have to live in a society where they can't freely be who they are. Yes, he was born a man, but at the end of the day, if he wants to dress up like a bitch, let him do that. That's his prerogative. That's what he wants to do. And sometimes I wonder how people treat him when he goes to barbershops, because I know they probably talk about him like a dog, and I know they look and I know they look at him crazy. Men in the barbershops are very ignorant half the time. They always go in on women and gay men all the time, and it's always uncomfortable. I am one of the most outspoken people and blunt people on earth, and I always feel nervous and uncomfortable when I'm in the motherfucking barbershop, to the point where I feel like I don't belong there. So it's like, why the fuck am I going to the barbershop? Why can't I find somebody who can just come to my house and cut my hair whenever I need them to? Why can't I have that? Why I got to go to a barbershop with a bunch of niggas that I don't have anything in common with? So when I saw Justin make that post and make that video, I knew I had to jump in on that topic. It's a shame that we have to deal with that. I mean, sometimes I wish that we had an all-gay barbershop where we could all go and just be ourselves and talk about all sorts of shit. You know what I'm saying? But we can't. I mean, it's like, you talk about gay niggas, but you need our funds. That's just like when niggas that's in the music industry, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like Chris Brown and Trey Songz and beat motherfuckers like Miguel and people like that. Like, Miguel didn't even want men on the front row of his fucking concert. But gay men are the ones who buying your albums. Do you really think that Daquan with the gold chain and the Timberland boots is buying Let My Love Adorn You? I doubt it. My gay ass bought it. But you don't want me in your front row. Cause you so tainted by the gay rumors that people put on you. Fuck that. Do you? We all have to learn how to do us. Like, I had to learn that when I first got on YouTube, I would never speak on my sexuality. Whenever I was talking about a relationship, I always say it or them. Never really disclose what they were, whether they're a man or a woman. Never disclosed any of that. So I had to learn the same thing. Like, although I was out, I wasn't fully comfortable with myself because I was trying to respect other people's feelings, as far as some of my family members who really wasn't, that particularly comfortable with my sexuality. Some people are, some of my family members still aren't that comfortable with it, but I don't really give a fuck. I'm 27 years old. I have a life to live and a life that I'm trying to build. And what the fuck I look like trying to live my life to please your motherfucking ass? Exactly. But this is my video on the topic, and I hope other people follow suit. I think that Justin did a great thing by making that video, and hopefully it resonates with other LGBT vloggers. And there's another thing that I want to say, and I know I might get scalped for it, but I don't care. But every time I see the the Black Lives Matters thing, I always say to myself, Black Lives Matter until your ass is gay.